shit. All right, mic check 1 2 1 2. What is up, everybody? Good evening, salutations, and hello. It is I, Decrepit, the hooded lad in the quarter of the cantina, and we are back here on the channel to give you guys the first live stream of 2026. Happy New Year's to everybody, and I hope everybody enjoyed their holiday season, Christmas and New Year's, and whatever else you celebrate, given who's watching this. So yeah, we're happy to be back, and we're happy to go ahead and we're gonna hang out tonight a little bit. We're just gonna bullshit, talk about a few Star Wars tisms and what have you, and maybe a couple other things in like the nerd world, nerd space. But mostly we're just gonna be hanging out. But before I get too ahead of myself, real quick, I want to invite my co-host to the panel tonight with us. Of course, we have the legendary, the gracious Mr. Narrowdark. How you doing, sir?
Hello. Happy New Year. Hopefully you guys had a good one. Did you have a good one, Decrepit? We didn't mention that.
Oh, I did. Yeah, me and Narrowdark, we always start talking behind the scenes. But yeah, man, I had a good New Year's. Family was over. A couple of my siblings came from across the states on the other side of the country, so it was good. I had a really good time. Ate a lot of food, drank a lot of alcohol. It was really really well done. Yourself, right? You
Nice.
were saying you were
Yeah,
saying you
pretty much the same exact thing.
I think that was unanimous for a lot of folks. Yeah, it is a definite pastime for a lot of people, no matter what country you're in. Eating a lot of food, getting drunk. Unfortunately, I think Keely's not going to make it tonight, so he will be missed. Sad face, tear rolls down my cheek. I will miss my clone trooper. We need our clone trooper representation, like we said last stream. Uh, but you never know. All right. Basically, I was saying, yeah, there it is, the avatar change. Basically, yeah, I was saying we're just gonna hang out. There is a lot of streams going on tonight, guys. Like I said, whether you catch this live or you watch this on the replay, we're gonna keep the ball rolling regardless because we try to put on a little decent show over here on this corner of the internet. But like I said, there's a few streams going. Knights of Melvin is streaming right now. Currently, it is the 2nd of January, and it's 9:22 Pacific time. The Shill Awards are going on over on that channel. So if you're catching this and you're, or maybe you're over there already watching the Shill Awards, maybe make sure you go check that out. Shout out to Knights of Melvin. Hope he has a very rewarding 2026 as well. Lots of stuff that's been going on. A lot of shills have been really screeching, especially for the Marvel stuff. What I've been seeing, Narrow Dark, have you been like tuning into a lot of the Avengers Doomsday hype and a lot of the hype train that they've been riding on lately?
Yeah, I saw like Soups. He's a big one who's like getting all
Yeah, I
this.
was seeing that one float around, man.
Yeah, I guess like a lot of shills got to watch those teasers a while ago.
Yeah,
Uh,
so I was seeing that he already was caught watching because he saw the leak, and then he went in and did like a proper recording of a reaction, like through like a Marvel like setup kind of thing, like an official Marvel setup of like influencers coming in. But they say quote unquote fans and just like random fans, but it's all influencers. It's all preordained and scripted. But yeah, I thought that was really funny. Especially I didn't even know about it. I actually learned about it watching Grizzy's Shill Awards over on his channel. I believe it was last night actually, and that's when I first learned about it. Then I did some digging and I was like, oh yeah, this guy's really fucking cringe. What a liar.
yeah, I think he got like a special care package a while ago from the Russo brothers. Something about Avengers Doomsday. So he's in
Oh, did he
on.
really?
Yeah, he's in with the Russos and the special shill access. So
Oh well, goddamn. Yeah, well, not surprising. Not surprising. They definitely want this year to be a hype. Is the movie coming out the end of this year?
November, I think, or May. May is usually when the Avengers movies come out, I think, but either that or
May.
November.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because I'm like the hype has been building up for this. Oh, at least I don't know how. Like, I'll ask your personal opinion on how you feel about it. Like going into it, I'm sure you have a lot to say, but from what I can tell, like on the internet, as far as like basically ignoring a lot of the grifters and a lot of the grift space around like hating on it, just because we could say that there's not really a whole lot of people that are really like losing sleep over this like coming out. Like not a lot of people are screaming like yes we want this. A lot of people are just really hesitant from what I've been seeing. A lot of people are really reluctant to get excited for anything.
Yeah,
or
I think
is
like
that a reach?
these days it's just like everyone is like, oh, this is just slop and they're desperate. And like the average person hearing this, like seeing Avengers Doomsday News, they're like, this looks so desperate. Like we're bringing Chris Evans back, we've got Robert Downey Jr. back, and it's like, well, the original plan was to release Kang Dynasty and Secret Wars a month apart in 2025.
Yes, yes,
That
yeah.
was
I
the
was aware of
original
that.
plan. Uh, and that's just fucked.
And the whole thing fell through with the actor for that was playing as Kang. And I don't really think, not to say, like, not to segue again, but I don't really think a lot of people gravitated towards his performance like
Yeah,
that.
I just think Kang kind of a lame villain for an Avengers movie. It's weird because Kang and Doom are both like I would say those are Fantastic Four villains, but they're doing Avengers movies with these guys. It's just so weird. And one thing I am excited, not excited, but I was like, oh, this would be kind of cool to see is the X Men because I did watch that leaked X Men teaser,
Yeah.
and I was like, yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, the what's people are really I didn't watch it myself, but what I've heard like people regarding to a scene with like Cyclops
Yeah,
and
and it's like, yeah, I would like to see a decent Cyclops in live action for once. That'd be kind of cool. But the plot of the film, it's probably gonna suck.
yeah. I well, I'm not laughing at like that it's gonna suck, but it's just like it's expected, no. It's kind of like what we look forward to, things sucking, us shitting on it.
Yeah, I
But
mean, I would prefer if comic adaptations were good.
no, I'm there with you. You know how I feel about the whole DC thing and the debacle with that. But I guess like I don't really have too much to say about the Marvel stuff because I never really was a Marvel comic guy growing up, like reading
Mm,
the
I'm like
comics
a
and
I'm like a huge Marvel guy, probably a bit more than I am a DC guy.
oh yeah, yeah, I get that, and that's why this works. You can probably tell me some stuff, but X Men, I enjoyed the films like the old Fox movies. Even Hugh Jackman was in every single X Men movie. I
Yeah,
want to
those
say,
are
but
some of those movies are like a lot better than some of the MCU movies.
yes, yes, I agree with you. Definitely a lot better than a lot of the more of the Phase 5 stuff for sure. Um, but man, dude, I think that the one where they're like dealing with their younger selves, Days of Future Past, I
Yeah,
want to say. So I didn't mind those, but they got really weird once they got to Dark Phoenix and
yeah,
Apocalypse.
it was like after Days of Future Past, those
Yeah,
movies got weird.
yeah,
They got
they
like
got
really
really
weird.
weird, and it didn't. I don't know. It didn't feel like X-Men to me, and I don't know if it deviates too much from like the source material as far as like what, because as far as was I could what I've looked up, like Apocalypse is like a really big fucking deal. Like he's a really big deal. He's way bigger of a deal than they let him to believe, like in the movie that they put out with him.
Yeah, and
Or
he's
am
like
I wrong?
immortal, so he it's just like the way they portrayed him wasn't really accurate. I think, the X-Men 97 series, that cartoon that they made,
Yeah.
uh, that's probably that's great. That's great. And they teased Apocalypse for the second season. So if they adapt that story, they'll probably do a lot better job than the movies could have done.
Well, did that already wrap up that 97 cartoon? Did it
I
already
think
finish?
there's still a season two going to be released.
Okay, so there's more coming out. Okay. Cuz yeah, I remember as a kid seeing it on TV, but I don't know why. I would watch episodes here and there, but I don't know. I gravitated more towards like the Spider-Man show and anything having to do with
Yeah, I
Spider-Man.
still
That was
haven't
about
seen
it.
like the original X-Men animated series, but I did watch the Disney Plus sequel series, and that was pretty good.
Okay. So the first were you ever exposed to um the original comic book like come to life in like a stop motion comic? It was like a video that or like a short film they did, but it's like the stop motion of the original comic book and the panels going back and forth, and it's like all voice acted by separate actors. I don't know exactly if the actors were well known, but that was my first exposure to X-Men, and I think
Hmm.
I saw that short film. I'd have to look it up. I'll look for it right now and see if I can find it, but maybe I'll post it on my channel. But I think I saw that on like a DVD extra for an X-Men movie. I could be wrong. I got to find out, but I learned about that and like the how the original group was Cyclops and then Angel and Beast, but before Beast was like all blue and covered in hair, he was just like a big guy with
Yeah.
big feet. And then I want to say the other member, I can't remember if the other member was Jean Grey or if it was somebody else, but there was a fourth. It's just blanking in my head right now.
If it was a chick, it was probably Jean Grey.
Yeah, it wouldn't have been Storm, right? Because Storm comes in later. Or man, I don't
I know,
fucking
like
know.
at least for certain that Cyclops and Jean are one of his first like students, so they would have been
Oh,
one of the
okay.
first X-Men.
Yeah, okay. Right. Right. And real quick, what's up? Star Wars Scran is in the building. What's up, Star Wars Scran? Says saying, "What's up, fellas? Sorry I'm late." Oh, no worries, bro. Good to see you. Yeah, we're gonna be getting Star Wars Scran on pretty soon, man. Me and him were talking and discussing, so we're gonna be having Scran on the channel again very soon. Shout out to Star Wars Scran. But he also said I wasn't a fan of the Apocalypse movie. Yeah, not a lot of people were. Yeah, I definitely was in that camp. Man, but fuck. And that version of Beast too, like but like how long did that go on where Beast didn't have the whole like blue get up the mutation happen to him like that? Or is it like
Honestly,
how it's or
I'm
is it
not
how
really
go ahead?
sorry. What I'm not really sure, but I'm pretty sure like his mutation would have evolved and then he became blue.
Yeah, because in the movie it depicts him. Uh, he already has the big feet, but then he gets the whole blue fur shit going because he tries to cure himself, and then it just accelerated his mutation from the recourse of doing that. But that was in the film. I don't know if that's depicted in the comics like that,
Yeah,
so
I mean, like
I don't want to go off
uh,
that.
at least he was not blue at one point, and then he became blue. And I think it was in the narrative, and it wasn't like he just randomly showed up blue one
uh,
time. It would have been whatever his mutation is, it would have accelerated it or enhanced it. And that's why he's like kind of animalistic, or he's got like a beast face, like an animal face.
Sharp teeth and all that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you might be right. Once you go blue, you don't go
Like
back.
I can't okay. That's interesting.
I'm just talking shit, but go
I
ahead. Sorry.
can't think of any other X-Men who I like who had a mutation that evolved and became something different
Well,
or
Jean
more
Grey,
intense.
no?
No, because she was
Oh,
possessed. Like the Dark
that's already
Phoenix.
a thing.
The Dark Phoenix is like a space cosmic entity that like just attaches
Oh,
itself
okay.
to her. It's like a separate thing.
Okay, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
See?
there's a series where like the Phoenix
Dark Phoenix
Force,
Saga.
the Phoenix Force gets separated into like 4 different mutants, and one
Oh
of them's
shit.
Scott. I think it's Scott Colossus, maybe Emma Frost, and then one other one, but it's definitely Scott is like the one who leads, and it's like they use that power to like we're just gonna take over the world and make the world a better place.
Oh
And
goddamn.
I think that kind of leads into the X-Men versus Avengers stuff, but I'd have to read that sort of like what would be considered the modern Marvel comics, which is like post 2000s, like early 2000s
Yeah.
Marvel comics. That's like the modern era. So it would have been one of
Did
those
you ever
stories.
dabble into the Chris Claremont era of X-Men?
I'd have to look because I haven't read a lot of X-Men
Yeah.
comics, if
Okay, no worries, no worries.
I'm
Did
being
you
for
ever
real.
did you ever get into
Oh,
like
is that a hold on?
oh go ahead.
Sorry, the Chris Claremont.
Yeah, yeah, he wrote an entire
I don't know which
volume of
X-Men series he
X-Men.
wrote. Let me check. Oh, right. I know. Yeah. I know what you're talking about. Yeah, like Uncanny X-Men.
Oh, okay. Yes. Yeah, that one. Oh, and real quick in the chat, we got Oddball in the chat saying Happy New Year, guys. Happy New Year. Happy New Year to you, man. Good to see you. Always a pleasure. Yeah. I or I was gonna yeah, I was gonna ask you before I said that. Did you ever dabble in stuff like Alpha Force, or do you know what
Is that
Alpha
Alpha
Force
Alpha
is?
Flight?
Thank you, thank you,
Yeah.
Alpha Flight.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was that character in it. They have the Sasquatch guy in that group, and I remember getting my brother got a figure
Isn't it
of
a
a
bear man?
Sasquatch. I think he's called the
It's a bear man.
Sasquatch. They call him
He
Sasquatch,
might
or
be.
he is a Sasquatch?
I know in Oh yeah, okay. I might be thinking of something else. These fucking mutants. Um but yeah, Alpha Flight I think is kind of alluded to in the Logan movie because
Okay.
they're a Canadian group, and the whole point of those kids were like, we got to get across the border into Canada where these guys can't get to us. And I guess people were like, oh, maybe it's because Alpha Flight's over there and like you can't really mess with them.
Oh,
I
okay.
don't know if
Okay,
it's ever
I
actually like
just looked it up
mentioned,
right
but
now. So it says Sasquatch, yeah, like you said, he's a member of the Canadian team Alpha Flight, who transforms from a human to a powerful ape-like creature with superhuman strength, often triggered by gamma radiation or other energies. He is known for his immense strength compared to the Hulk and his connection to Canadian folklore, bringing the Bigfoot legend into the Marvel universe. Okay. We'll see once they say gamma radiation, so he's Canada's Hulk. That's pretty funny.
I
But
mean,
when I'm
maybe.
looking at him here, he looks like he looks like Bigfoot.
I wonder if it is like, I mean, if it is gamma radiation, then he would have like, there's this whole thing about the Green Door in Hulk comics where it's like this, they have in Marvel, there's the one above all, and that's like kind of like the god.
Uh huh.
And then there's the one below all, it's kind of like the opposite of that. And it has something to do with like the gamma radiation Marvel characters like Hulk and all those other Hulk like characters. And there's something called the Green Door that like they can access. It's like a whole thing. And it's like after a long series of Hulk's story, it gets into like some fucked up shit. Like
Oh, okay.
some like alternate dimensions and the devil. It's pretty cool actually. But
Oh,
I don't
fuck.
know, maybe I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about.
No. I'm listening to you. And then Oddball says in chat.
I was just because
Oh, go ahead.
yeah, if it is connect like if it actually is gamma radiation, then he might, you could definitely link that to the
Yeah, so Oddball's saying right here in chat,
Hulk stuff because it
Sasquatch is
really
just
is.
Canadian Hulk. He was a scientist.
Then
Interesting.
yeah, I think you could easily link those two characters together through that gamma radiation thing. It's pretty
Okay.
cool.
But he just got the short end of the stick and ended up being all hairy and Bigfoot looking. Right on. But yeah, and I was only like had this on my mind because like I said, of course, it started off with us saying the shill conversation of them like fake reacting to the leak, and like you watched it yourself, right? Like had the whole Captain America and the baby and stuff.
Yeah, like the Cap stuff, I was like, whatever. I liked the Thor one just because it looked nice. It didn't look like a green screen or anything. It just looked like it was well shot. And
Yeah.
I liked that Thor was being serious. That's Thor, he needs to be a bit more serious. He shouldn't be making jokes all the time and being silly and dumb.
Yeah, that was one of the worst decisions they ever made was making Thor like a comic relief character. It really bugged me.
Yeah, I need him to be super. He's supposed to be like serious. That's just like he's a god.
Yeah,
He's
if there
like
was any if there like you had moments where Captain America and Iron Man together were being way more serious than Thor, and I like of course they gave Tony like the quips and the sarcastic asshole kind of angle to him. Well, in the film, right? And I just didn't like it how it kind of rubbed off on everyone to where everybody was cracking jokes, and there was like serious moments like in Civil War. I believe it's in Civil War when they're at Hawkeye's house. Yes.
I think that would have been Age of Ultron.
Okay, yeah. You're right. You're right. You're right. So when they're in Hawkeye's house and like Captain America and Iron Man are like talking and trying to figure out, but there's still like room for like it's a dire situation. Like being hunted down by this fucking a walking and talking AI killing machine, but there's just too many jokes being cracked, and I don't know. Like I know it's a serious tone to the movie, but like Winter Soldier feels like the most serious out of that whole line and phase from the Marvel movies. And yeah, I don't know. I don't appreciate that Thor and then eventually Hulk it just becomes a fucking punchy bag and a fucking cuck. It's so annoying to
Yeah,
watch Mark
Hulk.
Ruffalo's
Hulk.
Hulk.
It's like I wish they would just do like a Hulk animated series because they can't do like a movie or anything because of the film rights.
Right.
And then they should
Yeah.
just do one separate from the MCU and just make it accurate to the comics, so it'll be really good.
Yeah, I know I've probably said it before, but Edward Norton, his Incredible Hulk film, I really love that damn movie. It's so fucking good. The first half is just some of my favorite ever on screen Hulk moments, like of all time.
Mm. It is a good movie. I watched that movie with the fucking director's commentary once. Um, I don't even know if it was the director's commentary. I think it was Edward Norton
Yeah,
and someone else because I think he kind of took over and he at least had influence on the script.
he had a
Um,
big influence on the script. Like he corrected some stuff because I don't know if they tried to rush like the sequences of him being in what is it, Venezuela or just somewhere in South America when he's on the run.
yeah,
And I think that a lot of the stuff were like showing him trying to learn how to control his heart rate, his temper, and maintaining like a center to himself, keep himself grounded so he doesn't have an incident and change for no reason, and just because he hates turning into the Hulk, which is that's lore and canon accurate. It's some things like that that I like seeing David Banner being or sorry, Bruce Banner being put into those situations.
yeah, and especially when he becomes Professor Hulk in Endgame and after that,
Oh god,
like
don't start.
it's based on a version of Hulk,
I
but
know it is, but
that version of Hulk doesn't act like Bruce Banner at all. But
yeah.
for some reason, Professor Hulk is just Bruce Banner, but big and green in Endgame and the MCU now.
Yeah,
It's like
Bruce
that's
the
lame.
Bruce
That's
Banner they
lame as
gave
fuck.
us, the Bruce Banner that they gave us in the first Avengers film, he was so like anxious and off-putting, and he didn't
He
really.
mentions like wanting to kill himself at one point. He put a gun
Yeah,
in his mouth, a bullet in his mouth, and the other guy spit it out. And like even in Age of Ultron, like because they kind of make him have a romantic thing with Black Widow, and
yes.
when they're in the house, Hawkeye's place, he's like, look at this life. I can't have this life. I can't have children. I can't live this kind of life.
Yeah.
And then that's when you find out like Black Widow was like sterilized, so she
Yeah.
couldn't really have that life either. And it's like kind of fucked up conversation to put it in the middle of an Avengers movie, but it's like, oh, if only we had more of that, Bruce. You know?
Yeah, I hear
And
you, and I
and like
agree with you.
later on in the movie, after he's been like mind controlled by Scarlet Witch, she comes in to help with Cap, and Bruce says this line to her. He's like, I could choke the life out of you and never change a shade. And it's like, yeah, that's so fucking dark and just brutal.
Oh
And it's
yeah,
like we need more of that.
I like it when Bruce Banner gets like turns into like a fucking terrifying like entity, and he's not even changing into the Hulk, but it's the things he says, because he's like threatening you with the fact that like I don't want to do it, but like don't push me to that point because I
And he's
hate
like
being that.
he's beyond the point of losing control. He's like he'll just kill you as Bruce
Yeah,
Banner. That's how he's feeling right
yeah.
now.
Yeah, exactly. Real quick, but I know we're just going on a tangent, but uh, Double A, yas yas. What's up, my dark side fellas? What's up, Double A? Good to see you. He said, "Happy New Year, Happy New Year to you, man. Good to see you." And then, oh, Oddball was just saying hi to Scran. All right, right on. Good to see you guys.
Have you read Invincible?
The comic book? No, I've only been watching the show.
Yeah, so I watched the show and then the other day I read like the whole thing.
Oh,
And
did you?
yeah, pretty good. It's all right.
When you say
I
the
think
whole thing, like you read it from the beginning to the end?
yeah.
That fast, really?
I mean, I finished it the other day, but I had been reading it since season 3 ended. Was that the last one, season 3?
Yeah, season 3.
Um so I just went from the beginning and I finished it. And I think there's a lot of stuff that the show does a little bit better. It changes a lot how it's structured anyway. Like the Omni Man reveal of him killing the Guardians happens in the first episode, but it doesn't happen until like a bit after that.
Yeah, yeah. So I've only read like a small portion of volume 1 of the comic book. So because I didn't want to get too far ahead of myself, but then I just started watching season 2 and 3 of the show, so I have to like backtrack and
Yeah.
read further into the how the story runs in the comic book, of course. But yeah, it's interesting how they do that. And the character Alan the alien,
Yeah.
he has a lot more stuff going on in the comic from what I gather.
Later
And
on, like
he's a good
later on in the
character
story,
too. He's a very good character.
he does like he sticks around. I won't spoil anything about the ending or anything, but there were certain things that happen. All I'll say is there are time jumps where Mark is away, mainly due to him being injured or some weird other stuff is going on.
Right.
And then he comes back, and then there's been like a time skip, and he has to catch up on shit. And it's like that happens a few times, and it gets kind of annoying after a while. And it's like, I wish that didn't happen. you
Oh,
know?
damn. Okay.
But I think the story, the way it went, I was like, that's pretty good. And I think the show will probably do it a little bit better, make it a
Yeah,
little more
and
interesting.
like they try to make everybody happy sometimes. Like a lot of people are happy and very pleased with what the way that the cartoon's been going, of course, given that the story of Invincible's been out since what I believe it first debuted issue number 1 in 2003, I want to say.
Yeah, I
Like
think so.
it's
Like
been out for a
it's been a
while.
while.
Yeah. So like when they finally did the cartoon, I guarantee they were just figuring like, oh, like what do we have to lose? And but when people probably saw the first pilot episode, they were like, oh shit, okay, like this is gonna fuck some people's heads up.
I know
So
the creator, the original creator, is still on board with the show, and I think has some influence on the writing. So any changes, I think the original creator would have approved of. So I
yeah,
think I'm fine with it.
and they're currently still in publishing and printing a spin-off series based on Battle Beast put out by Image Comics, and
I might check that
that's
out.
yeah, that's the original. I've talked about it on Hangout with Your Floppy. I believe like maybe once or twice, but yeah, the comic book Battle Beast, it's very well done, very true to the character so far from what I can see, and very true to the show and the timeline. So I've been enjoying it. I think I stopped at issue 6. They might be on 7 or 8 currently right now. I'm not too sure. I have to look and see. I definitely know that I'm behind at least like an issue or two. But yeah, Battle Beast is very very well done. I'll bring it up again on after the weekend on Monday, and I could talk about it more.
Cool. I might read it
Yeah.
later.
Yeah. But anyway, going back to what I was when we were talking about Marvel, I know you said that you want to go ahead and you want to discuss and talk about some Marvel comics on the channel without giving away like your entire game plan. What are you kind of leaning towards in like the direction of maybe a character or two that you wanted to
Um,
start talking about and like discussing?
well, I do have some Spider-Man comics that I want to talk about. I don't know if I'll like review them or anything, but I'll just read them and then tell you what I think. I guess that's a review. That's basically what a review is.
I'd say so,
But
man.
it's gonna be different to how I do my Star Wars Legacy videos, at
Oh,
least.
okay.
Um, yeah, and then other stuff like all new, all different Marvel, which is a lot of the newer stuff that I want to check out, like Wolverine. where it's X-23. That would be interesting, and I just want to see what it's like because I haven't read any of it. But there's also some other stuff like some Thor comics and some Black Bolt stuff I want to read.
Black Bolt, you said, like from Inhumans.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, right on. Yeah, Black Bolt had what the little bit, a couple minutes of screen time in that Doctor Strange Madness, Multiverse of Madness film.
Well, they also had an Inhumans TV show, and Black Bolt. It's the same actor from the show,
Oh, okay.
and that show is fucking awful. It is one of the worst TV shows ever made.
Was it on Disney Plus?
No, it was on ABC, I think.
Oh, fuck.
With like Agents of Shield, it would have been in the same continuity, but they had like no budget. And
God
they filmed
damn.
in Hawaii, and it just looked like shit. It was awful. It was terrible in every way possible.
Well, fuck.
And
I
then
didn't. I
the
never even heard
showrunner
about
for
it.
that show, I think, is the showrunner for season 1 of Iron Fist on Netflix.
Oh, okay. Yeah, the trailer for no, not Iron Fist, Power Man came out too as well. Did you see that?
Wonder Man?
Wonder Man. Yeah, sorry.
Power Man is Luke Cage.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, Wonder Man.
Yeah. I did see that. Yeah, I don't really care about that. But at least all those episodes are going to be released at once, so you can just get through that in one sitting.
Okay.
That'll be
Okay.
chill. I'm not really too familiar with the character, but maybe it'll be good. Who knows?
Yeah. I don't know anything about Wonder Man like that, but the whole like Hollywood acting angle, they even got that guy who's like the quote unquote actor that plays Mandarin in Iron Man 3. Yeah, I saw that he's
Yeah,
in it
I
too.
think that is
So
part of the character in the comics, like the sort
okay.
of like actor, sort of, and like kind of like not satirical, but you know what I mean. It's like a bit tongue in cheek. I
Yeah.
think that's like the comics as well, at least the original. But
Okay.
I am excited for Vision, whatever the Vision show is going to be. That might be interesting
Okay.
if it follows up on anything like Wanda's kids being alive. I want to see what happened with White Vision. There's probably a bunch of other stuff they could tie into that. That'd be kind of interesting. I also saw Agatha All Along. I actually watched that. It was all right, actually.
You
It
like
wasn't
you
awful.
actually
It
thought
wasn't
it was
bad, but
decent?
it was all right. But the ending was kind of shit. Like she dies, but then she's still around as a ghost. So it's kind of like she had this like redemption death, but then she's still around. It kind of cheapens it. And it's
Interesting.
cringe. It's cringe. It looked like cringe as well. It just like was ugly, like the CGI. And who they get to play as Wiccan. I just don't like that casting. I don't like that guy. And I think the way they brought Wiccan and Speed into the MCU is kind of interesting, where it's like, however Wanda conjured them in the Hex in her show, they did actually kind of exist, or at least their souls.
Yeah.
So when the Hex came down, at least for Wiccan, someone died, a kid died, and then was immediately body swapped, or like Wiccan's soul was put into that guy's corpse. And
Really?
that's how he,
Fuck.
that, like in that moment. So he's like Wiccan and he's not whoever that person was anymore. And in the show, they kind of do that with Speed. With Agatha's help, he like finds someone who's about to like die and drown. And then they basically choose him to like, there's nothing you can do about that person. That person's going to die, but they
I
just use
choose
that body.
you.
Pretty much. I mean, it was kind of like a roundabout way of bringing these characters in, but but then it was like cringe. It was still cringe. Like Wiccan still looked cringe. I don't like his outfit. It's lame. And that's it.
Who needs an origin story? Real quick in the chat before it gets away from me. Oddball said, "Which Spider-Man comic is your favorite, guys?" You want to go first?
No.
Okay. I'll say my favorite Spider-Man comic is probably Amazing Spider-Man. There's quite a few like story arcs in the Amazing Spider-Man run that are very well done. One of my favorites being Craven's Last Hunt. That's a very well done one. I don't know if you ever read that or if you were
Yeah, I've got it.
familiar
I've
with
got it.
that one.
A physical copy of that actually.
Oh yeah, yeah, you told me that. I'm sorry. Yeah, but yeah, Kraven's Last Hunt is very well done. Of course, I like the Venom saga with the first appearance of Venom all the way up till the battle with him and Spidey, and then the first appearance of Carnage and like the stuff with the symbiotes. That's some of my favorite stuff personally. But what about you, Narrow Dark? What do you?
Yeah, actually, on the thing about the symbiotes, as a kid, I used to be so obsessed with Venom. I feel like a lot of kids were, but
Yeah,
like,
Venom's just so fucking cool, man.
but like, I was also so into like the other symbiotes, like Riot, and I think it's like Scream and Agony, Lasher or Slasher, Toxin, Carnage. You know, like I used to be so into all of that stuff. But
Yeah.
I was also a big fan of the Ultimate Spider-Man comics. Actually,
Okay, yeah, the early 2000s, right? Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, oh, I I was confused because when I read it, I was it was already out, and I was a teenager when I read it. But when I started reading it, I was really confused because I was saying like, why are they doing like a reset on Spider-Man and this and that, and all the characters had different kind of origins and roles that they weren't actually in the original story. So it took me for a loop. But then like when I kind of just got the bearings and got a grip on the fact that like, oh, it's just a different take on the story, just kind of moving some stuff around to make it like a little fresh. Like the Green Goblin, the way that he looks in that book is really not my favorite version, but
interesting.
it's still
I
cool
think they
regardless. It's still
referenced
pretty
they
cool.
referenced that in the Spider-Verse movie.
Yeah,
And it would make sense because it is kind of like a version of the Ultimate Universe where Peter dies and then it's Miles Morales Spider-Man.
yeah, yeah. I
And
don't want to. I don't
also
want to. Go ahead. Also, what?
Fantastic Four, Ultimate Fantastic Four, good
Yeah.
stuff. Like Reed becomes a villain, and he's still around. He's still around in the main universe now,
Okay.
which is sick. Him and
Okay.
Miles, the only ones that survived the multiverse collapse from that universe.
And I'm gonna move on from the Spider-Man question, but real quick, I wanted to ask you, how do you feel about Miles Morales Spider-Man, just in general?
Depends. Like in the games, I think he's boring. In the Ultimate Comics, like his original run. What the fuck? Just heard some crazy rumbling. Um, Kind of boring, you know, but in the Spider-Verse movies, I think he's all right in that. It's a different story and it's a different like vibe, and I think
Yeah.
it's way more entertaining.
Yeah, yeah, I watched those and I thought they were entertaining to watch to see, but I think I share the same sentiment with you. The video game really is infuriating having to deal with him in the game. I just want him to shut up. But right on. Okay, we're kind of on the same page on that one.
Yeah, God.
Oh, and real quick, Marvel is so or what's up, Star Wars Forge? Good to see you in the chat. Welcome. Marvel is so woke they made DEI characters called Snowflake and Safe Space. Really?
Yeah,
What
I think probably just like a one-off, one
what book
shot.
is that? What book is that in?
I don't think those are characters that anyone needs to care about. Like
I
whenever,
don't think I will, but I just that's interesting. Uh, they cut off all of Medusa's hair. I don't know what that's referencing
yes,
to.
in
Forge.
Humans. So her in
Oh,
Humans, Medusa, her powers are her hair. She can control her hair. But
yeah.
obviously they don't have the budget for that. So as punishment, Black Bolt's brother, Maximus, he shaves her head. So she's got a buzz cut for the whole show. It's like the one thing that's like interesting about her character, they got rid of it because they didn't have the budget for it.
Oh, that's a shame.
And it's so cringe.
And thus the story suffered. Uh, John Gets Gaming is in the chat. What's up, John? Shout out to John. Go sub to him if you haven't already. He says, I can't say I am after WandaVision, Agatha, and Multiverse of Madness. You're after? What do you mean by that? WandaVision was cool for a couple episodes, and then they went flumpy, boner, joke, laser spells. I didn't even watch it. I didn't watch any of the Disney Plus Marvel
Well, yeah, I
stuff.
remember showed they showed I think the first two episodes of Inhumans in the theater. I remember that. Holy
Really?
shit. That was fuck. God. If only it was a good show. Like Agents of Shield is like better than the majority of MCU projects, I think. It's
Okay.
consistently really good. And like season 4 is so fucking good. Like they start off with Robbie Ray as Ghost Rider, and the Ghost Rider looks really well done. And then it goes into like the life model decoy arc, and then it goes into like this like alternate reality through like kind of like a VR thing, and it's like Agents of Hydra. So it's like this alternate timeline where Hydra took over after
Hmm.
Winter Soldier,
Yeah.
and it's just like fucking sick. It's a great fucking show. And season 2, I think, is when it's around the time of I think it's season 2, around this time of Winter Soldier. So there's this whole reveal that Hydra is in Shield, and the storyline they have with that is great. And the Inhumans in season 3, like the Inhumans are a big part of the show,
Yeah.
so they get some good stuff in there.
Okay. Yeah. I never even heard about that. I think I might have to just gander and watch a
Yeah,
little bit of
for
it
the
just to get a
longest
good idea.
time, I think because Disney didn't really have the film rights to X-Men, they kind of reduced the amount of X-Men comics and then tried to push the Inhumans as sort of like a replacement. And it didn't really happen, it didn't really work out. And then they got the rights back for X-Men, so fuck the Inhumans, I guess.
Yeah, I guess fuck them. Again, real quick, Star Wars Scran said, I got my wife to read Batman Year One. She loved it. Dude, Batman Year One is great. It's a great, what, 4-part little story arc that they do, like a rehashing of origin of Batman, written by Frank Miller. Really good stuff, man.
Frank Miller. I was gonna ask who wrote that. That makes sense.
Yeah, yeah.
Frank Miller. Yeah, of course, of course.
And then Oddball
Yeah.
said Venom is badass. Yes, he is. John said Venom was great in the PS1 Spider-Man game. Which one would that be?
Not the like the PS1 Spider-Man game. Like no, that's not called Web of Shadows, is it?
Uh, I'm not
Um
sure actually. I
Hold
think
on, let me check.
yeah, he'll check it out. He'll find it up. And then Star Wars
Oh
Forge
yeah, okay.
said,
Yeah, I know. It's just called Spider-Man. Okay, yeah, I know what
"Oh,
this
it's
game
just
that
called
thing is.
Spider-Man."
Yeah.
What's the cover of that look like? Now I'm
Yeah.
curious.
It looks like the 90s cartoon. It must be based on the 90s cartoon because that looks just like it, especially the Spider-Man. Um,
Oh, okay, I see that. Yeah, okay.
fucking
I
logo.
think I remember this. Dude, talk about deja vu
N64 it
flashback
would have been on as
shit.
well.
I literally remember playing this at my cousin's house. That is crazy. Talk about a flashback. Right on. Thanks for that, man. I totally forgot. I had almost forgotten. Thank you. Scran said Rumbleist. What's who's a Rumbleist? I got Rumble. I don't use it though. I don't the I've said it before. The user interface is not really friendly on Rumble and it's kind of clunky
You
to use
know
that.
what I've
I
noticed on Rumble is like when you watch streams like playbacks or the replay, sometimes you can't see the comments that people left under the stream for some reason. Like sometimes you can and sometimes you can't. I don't know if it's like a specific thing that you have to set to be able to see for your viewers, but like
yeah.
that I don't like. I don't like that because
Dude, they're
like
just I think people are leaning towards using Rumble a little bit more lately because YouTube seems to just be doing a whole lot of bullshit with like removing subscribers and also just taking a little bit of away at a time on especially for creators and like subscribers and fans of channels because I noticed that when I go and I join a live stream, it doesn't even tell me when the live stream started. You know how like it would say in the description like, oh, started 1 hour ago or oh, started 5 minutes ago. Like it doesn't even show that anymore for anybody. I know that might not seem like a big
hmm.
deal, but that's something that I noticed. Like I've been pissed ever since they removed the dislike count.
Yeah, I still have a plugin just so I can see the dislikes.
Yeah, a lot of people do, but for those of us that maybe don't use that shit, it's kind of a cop out, and it's really some coward bullshit that a lot of companies probably strong armed YouTube not to be allowing that shit anymore because everyone's been seeing how these people just get fucking ratioed to shit on
Yeah,
a lot of their
it must
trailers.
have been it must have been like big companies like Disney and
Oh
like
yeah,
Warner
they
Brothers
get
and other
fucking
stuff.
wrecked, dude.
They probably would have pushed for that.
Yeah. John said real quick. John said TV series and Humans TV series they cut her hair to save CGI. Yeah, yeah, that's what Nero was just saying. Star Wars Force said that yes, they turned her into a buzz cut. GI Jane, keep Medusa's name out your fucking mouth. John said they showed those episodes in theaters when it first came out. Okay, we covered that. He said, "Yep," and they showed Rings of Power first couple episodes in theaters too. I remember that, John. I do remember that. That never seems to lead good to a good series. No, no, it does not. They didn't show the episode or preview, but they did debut the trailer for or like a sneak peek little clip from the Acolyte TV show when they put out Phantom Menace back in theaters for the anniversary. That I did hear about that because I didn't go, but a couple of my friends did go, and they were trying to like get me to go because they know how much of a Star Wars fan I am, and I was like, I can't do it, I can't do it. So, but they did tell me about that being showed at the end of the movie. They should have showed it at the beginning to just fucking say fuck you to everybody. Like you're gonna sit here and watch this bitch twirl around her lightsaber and kill her friends. Scran said I watched Loki, then gave up on the MCU. So for me, man, I watched the Captain America and the Winter Soldier show, and it
Oh
was
yeah,
so
yeah.
infuriating when I was watching it. Like the fucking flag smashers, I was like, give me a fucking break, dude. I'm like, these people are just a bunch of fucking kids with no guidance, and they just want to be like some Antifa slash like rebellious anarchist bullshit. It was so fucking annoying to watch. I just sat through that and I was just not happy. And then once we got to the "you need to do better, Senator" scene, I was just like, yeah, I'm out of this. It felt nothing like anything that came before. So I should have just saw the writing on the wall, and I did, and I watched nothing after that. What about you? You kept up and you kind of watched all things here and there that they put out, right?
I think
Narrowdark to
the
stay in the
only
loop.
thing in the MCU that I haven't actually watched yet is the Marvels,
Oh, okay.
which is the
Nothing
Captain
nothing to
Marvel
see there.
sequel.
Nothing to see there.
Yeah, it is what it is.
Forge said Rings of Power is an abomination. Ew. Yep, I agree. They're not fans of Tolkien over there at Amazon. John said, "Oh, the lady villain I was referring to was the Miles. It was in the Miles Morales game.
Oh, Tinkerer. It's like
Oh,
his
Tinkerer.
friend in that.
Yes, yes.
You know that actress. So she's in a show called Yellow Jackets. Have you heard of that?
No, I have not.
Well, anyway, it doesn't really matter. But I guess this is so fucking dumb. But I guess she was like identifying as a lesbian, and then on Instagram she mentioned that she slept with a guy, but she still identified as a lesbian. And then she got canceled by a bunch of lesbians on Twitter. And then she spent ages on Instagram like defending herself.
Oh yeah, dude. Yeah,
I remember seeing that and thinking it was like so fucking hilarious.
first mistake is trying to apologize or defend yourself. Just don't say nothing. These people are fucking weirdos
But yeah,
on the
she was
internet.
the Tinkerer in that universe, and in the MCU, the Tinkerer is the guy who was helping the fat guy who was helping Vulture in that Homecoming movie, who was like
Yeah.
making all the tech for him. That's the Tinkerer.
Okay. Yeah. What was it? Shocker was that dude that they gave the gauntlets to, and we
Yeah,
got
it
shocked.
was
Shocker was in that movie for a little bit.
it
I
was
didn't care, you know.
first it was the guy who looks like Tom Hardy, and then he gets blasted, and then it just becomes that other guy.
Yeah. You remember in the cartoon when Spider-Man's like,
Shocker!
you have
I'll
to
chase you to the ends of the earth.
I'll chase you to the ends of the earth, Shocker.
You can't escape me.
So bad, but so fucking fun. So good. Forge said, I enjoyed Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness, to be honest, because the Scarlet Witch is my favorite MCU, but that was the last thing I watched. Okay, so yeah, you didn't really tune in after that. Hey man, that's what's up. Soul Assassin is in the building. Shout out to Soul Assassin. Good to see you, sir. Real OGs remember the PlayStation 1 Spider Man and that Carnage Awk Monster boss. Yes, dude, I remember that. That is crazy, bro. Yeah, like I said, when I saw the cover to the game, it just triggered all the memories came back to me, and I played that at my cousin's house. And fuck me, dude. Yeah, really good game. I cry for my childhood gone. He said, "Wait till Elon buys YouTube XTube." Oh no. Oh, maybe we'll have a little bit more freedom. I don't know. We'll see what happens. I doubt it though. I have a Rumble account, but I haven't used it since 2023. Yeah, like I said, man, like I have it and I use it. I watch a few things. I support a few guys that are like deplatformed on YouTube on that website. And so like that there is some uses there if you want to like catch up with some creators that you don't want to lose any content just because they change platforms. So definitely that's what I use it for, but I like I said, it's not really my favorite user interface for a video and channel app. Kind of, I don't even know what you call YouTube anyway. It's kind of like progressed from just being a video app. Scran said the only Marvel movie I've seen since is Thunderbolts. Okay, I heard Thunderbolts was not great, but it also was not like the worst.
I
I've
thought it
heard
was all right.
I've heard it's not the worst thing, but
Yeah, it's not that good, but it's definitely watchable.
the main thing that a lot of people kind of were turned off is just the whole fact about like Falcon being Captain America. So
He is Captain America. He's not even in that movie.
I thought he is in the movie,
Thunderbolts. Winter Soldier's in the movie, and U.S. Agent John Walker. He's still
but
a good character, I think.
Captain America slash Sam Wilson's Captain America is not in that.
No, he's mentioned in the post-credit
Oh
scene.
fuck! I'm so yeah. My bad. My bad. Yeah. What the fuck is that movie called?
Brave New World, the
Thank
Captain
you.
America
Thank
movie.
you. Yes.
That
See,
movie,
that's how
fucking
much I don't
blows.
give a fuck and how much I don't tune in Narrowdark. I don't even know. I forgot all about that whole solo Captain, quote unquote, Captain America movie. Everyone that I was seeing, especially a lot of guys like fucking Nerdrotic and those motherfuckers who were calling it Captain Black America, Black Captain America. So fucking stupid.
Yes, it's not. Don't watch it. It's not very good.
Yeah, but okay, so yeah, I'm sorry. I heard Captain America Brave New World sucked and then I heard Thunderbolts was not that bad. That is true. That's what I heard. I don't know, Forge. Are you? Soul Assassin said, "I'm still trying to figure out how come I don't get I don't get gifted memberships anymore."
Like on YouTube, it's random, so you might just never get it. Might never get
Yeah,
lucky.
I've been in a stream with like 20 people and then somebody gifted or no, yeah, I've been in a stream with like 15 people. Someone gifted 10 memberships, and I was one of the 5 people that didn't get it. But typically, I get it in like a stream with like 2,000 people, and someone gifts like 5 memberships, and I'm one of them that gets it. I don't know if it's like because you're more engaging in the chat and it puts you as like a priority on the list. I don't know, bro. I
Yeah, I
like
don't
to
know
think
how. I don't really
I
know
don't
how.
know.
All I know is it's some way it's random somehow.
Yeah.
It's RNG. So
Forge said Wanda Maximoff is not dead. I don't think.
yeah, I'm pretty sure that was already confirmed by
Okay.
Kevin Feige. And yeah, it'd be weird if she died and then they brought her 2 kids in and her husband's still around, but she isn't. That'd be kind of weird. So I hope if they do the Vision show, she's going to be in it. That'd be kind of cool to follow up on all of that stuff. If I watched these fucking shows, I'd like a little bit of payoff eventually. You know what I mean? Like if I put the
Yeah,
time in watching this, I'd prefer if they continue the story so I can actually have something it's worth it. Putting my fucking time, my limited time in watching this shit.
nah. Consume more product and be excited for next product. You fucking sheep.
You fucking goy.
My shekels. John Ketz Gaming said the Spidey game in the 90s was based on the comics. He was married to MJ. Stan Lee narrated. They had comic covers to collect and many references to other comic characters. Yeah, yeah, man. Like I said, I completely spaced out on that game, and I just had to get mentioned again. It all came back to me. I remember collecting the comic books. It was fun shit. Forge said, kind of sounds like JoJo Siwa. Holy fuck, I forgot all about that bitch. Jesus, that's funny as fuck, Forge. He said JoJo Siwa faked being a queer, then dumped her fake girlfriend to date a man on Big Brother.
Yeah,
Oh, I don't know
I
anything
don't know.
about that.
I don't know if she faked being queer. She's probably just bisexual.
Yeah, well, who gives a fuck? I don't give a fuck. That the only thing my knowledge of JoJo Siwa is that she used to be like a kid pop star, and then she went all weirdo, and then fucking Meat Canyon made a video about her, and then that was it. So
I all I know is like she made some music videos and the dances were really cringe and everyone was
yeah.
making fun of her dancing. I think she was on Dance Moms as a kid.
Oh, well, whatever. I don't know anything about that. Man, fuck, dude. That just brought me back to something else. Remember that fucking stupid cringe show, Honey Boo Boo?
Yeah.
Oh my fucking god. That shit was cringe. Fucking beauty pageants for children should be illegal and outlawed. That shit's disgusting.
Yeah, it's definitely fucking weird.
People do
Weird.
that. People in the South do that shit like crazy, bro.
Yeah, it's like I feel like the beauty pageant thing is real with the kids. I feel like it's only seen in America. We definitely, I don't know if we have it really. It's not really relevant here in
You know
Australia, at
what?
least.
I wouldn't be shocked if that's going on only over here. Like
And
that.
like you said in the
I don't
South,
want
like
to
I
say.
think it's regional, like a specific place in
Yeah.
America.
I
It's
don't.
a really big culture over there in that area.
I don't know what the deal is behind it, dude. I wouldn't have been the guy that comes up with that because,
Who
like I
comes
said,
up with that?
like it's fucking creepy and it's weird. Like let's doll up and
Oh,
put makeup
I've
and
got this idea. I've got this idea. A beauty pageant, but stay with me. Stay with me. Little
okay.
girls.
Yeah, no,
It's
I'm
little
already
girls.
I'm off.
What do you
I'm
think?
done. I'm out.
What do
I'm
you
walking
think
out.
about my idea?
I'm grabbing my clipboard and I'm walking out and I'm looking at my manager like, well, how the fuck am I in this meeting? Yeah, no.
Someone must have thought it was a good idea.
They put fucking makeup and little outfits on children and make them parade in front of grown ass judges and people to just gawk at them, and it's fucking weird. It's fucking just cringe and it's weird and it's very questionable behavior. That's some Epstein Island shit.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry guys, we're getting on it. We're just hanging out tonight, guys. Happy New Year to everybody. If I haven't said it already to everyone in the chat. And if you guys are watching this on replay, Happy New Year. Hope you guys start off with a good one. John said, Rumble chat always freezes on me, and I have to close and reload the video to unfreeze it. Okay, so I haven't had that problem, but you know what problem I do have? When if I'm like a few like seconds or like say I'm like 30-40 seconds behind the live stream and I click live or I try to skip ahead, the video just freezes and it takes like 5 seconds for it to jump ahead for me, and that's not user friendly. That's not the kind of like quality that can compete
Yeah,
with YouTube. So
I've noticed that when I try to watch a stream on Rumble live, it's not as it doesn't run as smoothly as something on YouTube. Like it just
yeah, it
like
does not.
takes forever to load or it buffers a lot. And it's just like it's just shit. It's a poorly optimized
Yeah.
platform, I reckon.
One thing I will say, dude, the comment sections and live chats are really fucking unhinged on Rumble. There's no like filter, no censorship, so people are just letting anything and everything fly. Sometimes that's like decent for depending on the kind of stream you're trying to watch and be a part of, but I don't recommend letting young children be on that shit for sure.
And
John said, "Oh, go ahead, go ahead,
no, it's okay.
go ahead." No,
I was gonna say I did mention in my channel update that I am a bit of a Rumbleist. I was not a fan of Rumble, but I will say like Rumble's only useful. I mentioned this in my channel update if you already have a large audience to bring over there.
okay,
It's kind of like if you wanted to stream on Twitch. It's
yes,
probably not a good idea to start streaming unless you already have a platform somewhere else to bring viewers to or from. And I guess that's just the nature of Rumble being kind of new, you know? It's not like YouTube.
oh, okay,
You can kind of just start doing YouTube and you'll accrue an audience a lot quicker than you will on Rumble.
fuck me, yeah,
Also, I guess way more people use YouTube than Rumble.
yeah. That's definitely a gimme. Like YouTube has been so established for what was the first YouTube video or first YouTube came to the site, wasn't it like literally 2002 or something like that? 2003, I want to say.
Long fuck 20 years ago at least.
Yeah, 20 they've been on, but like the first YouTubers, like I hate the circle always is complete and we come back to Boogie. Boogie was one of the first like big YouTubers on the site. And
I know the first to a million I think was Fred.
yeah, yeah, that fucking high pitched fucking clown.
Yeah. Smosh were also one of the first ones. And they're still their
Yeah,
channel's
and then
even
they
bigger,
and
I think.
then record companies started putting music videos on YouTube around like
Yeah.
2005, 2006, and then that's what started gaining some
You know,
traction with
you'll know
people.
that Rumble becomes mainstream if you ever see film companies putting trailers on there or music companies putting music videos on there. You know, then you'll
Right.
know. But until that happens, it's going to be a pretty niche platform.
Real quick, I'm gonna click on a chat real quick for you to read, and then I have to go grab a soda because I need something to drink real quick. But it'll just take me 1 second. But
Oh god.
I'm gonna put a chat up, and then you can discuss this. John said, John Walker. Okay, you go ahead and read this, and I'm gonna go get a soda real quick.
Okay. John Walker did nothing wrong. Sam should stay Falcon. Him being Cap is a horrible decision. I do think they used his character a lot better as Falcon, and him as Cap, they kind of did dirty. I am going to read the new all different Marvel Sam Falcon Captain America fucking run, and I'll see if it's at least decent. But yeah, John Walker, he killed a literal terrorist, and then in Thunderbolts they called the terrorist an innocent man, and it's like that guy murdered innocent people. You know, like that guy, he was a criminal. I'm pretty sure the Avengers have killed criminals in foreign nations before. It's nothing new for a Captain America. Like it's just such. That's the thing. They try to paint John Walker as a bad guy in that show, and they unintentionally created a really good character. And then in Thunderbolts, he's still a pretty good character. It's weird. I just hit the vape in honor of the stream.
Okay, I'm back.
I'm lightheaded. Ugh.
Oh, what'd you do? You hit the desk stick.
Yeah.
Nice, 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 nice. I'm not too loud on the microphone, am I?
Nah.
Okay, I accidentally hit my fucking volume knob. All right, real quick. All right, hopefully Narrowdark answered that chat with a little bit of finesse. All right.
Yeah.
Dude, okay, so real quick, I don't know if we have any fans of like Fallout or the Fallout game franchise in the chat, or have you ever played Fallout
I
yourself?
was playing Fallout 3 the other day, actually, for the first time.
Really?
Pretty good. I liked the intro, and I was playing
Okay,
for a bit.
man. Oh god damn it. Okay, you know what? I'm not going to do it right now, but you and me need to talk about Fallout, and I feel like it's going to take a full stream to do it. But okay, so fuck, I have to like center myself because my mind went into like 15 different directions. So everyone knows the show is out on Amazon Prime. If you guys have not been watching it, I'll tell you right now, as a fan of the games, as a player of the Fallout franchise, the show does not stay true to the lore. Okay, that's not a surprise, and it's a TV show. It's got to be condensed. It's got to be palatable for a lot of normies. Okay, there's a lot to unpack when it comes to Fallout, and I'm not mad at it. I'm just forgetting about the games when I watch the show, even though there's things that I will see in it and it bugs me, but it's okay. I'm not going to be that guy when it comes to this. I just love Fallout. But I'm going to say this, the fucking timeline is the biggest concern because there's a lot of things that happen as far as like the NCR, their takeover, things with Moldover, and then characters like such as like the Ghoul and Maximus from the Brotherhood of Steel. It's all over the place. Have you been watching the show yourself, Narrowdark, at all?
I've seen the first season. I haven't watched season 2 yet.
Okay, okay, all right. I'm in the middle of season 2 is currently coming out right now. Me and my brother actually watched the first 2 episodes together before he went back to his state where he's living in right now.
Is New Vegas in season 2?
Short answer, yes.
Yeah, because I feel like they teased that at the end of season 1.
God damn, that's good soda.
I've only played a bit of New Vegas.
Okay, so
and
all right,
Fallout
real
4
quick,
as well.
I'm not like I don't want to go on a tangent. I'm really stopping myself right now, okay? Because I'm really trying to stop myself, but I will say this. Fallout New Vegas is my favorite. Fallout 3 is my second favorite, and then Fallout 4 is my third favorite, only because it's like hyped up, better graphics and better maneuverability, and you can sprint, and it's I don't know, there's just better playability in my opinion.
I actually downloaded Fallout 4 on my PS5 to platinum it, so I think I might play a bit of that as well.
Okay.
But I've played Fallout 4 for like 15 hours on my PC, and most of that's probably base building because I love that. I love like just going around and cleaning shit up and then just like building a base at like Red Rocket or some shit. I love that. It's so much fun. And the story is whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah, not my favorite story, but some of my favorite gameplay mechanics and combat's pretty fun, but I still prefer the older style like in New Vegas.
I remember
New Vegas wasn't
playing
even sorry, go ahead.
I remember playing the DLC. There's a few DLCs for Fallout 4. I don't know how many are actual like campaigns, but I know Far Harbor was one of them.
Yeah.
I thought that was all right. But yeah, like New Vegas, I need to really like just play it.
Story's
You know what I mean?
so fucking good.
Yeah.
So fucking good, dude. Like, New Vegas is my favorite story, and there's so many different endings that you can do, so many factions that you can. Yeah. Anyway, all right, but look, I brought that up all up to say that one of my siblings went to Costco, and one of the gifts that they got for me was a soda pack of like the Fallout sodas. So it has like the Sunset Sarsaparilla root beer in there, and then it has the Quantum Cola, the blue soda, and it's like
Nice.
it's like blueberry lemonade soda, and then a grape Nuka Cola soda. So I'm drinking the grape Nuka Cola right now.
Hold on. We gotta stop. John Getz, are you out here dissing the live action One Piece? I will not have it. I will not have it.
Hold on, what comment is that?
It's the latest one. How dare you say that? How dare you question Oda or anything like that? How dare you, dude? Get out of here.
Oh shit. Okay, I can't speak on that. I don't know anything about that. All right.
I mean, I think a lot of the complaints people have, it depends. Like, I think it's fair because it's only like 8 episodes, and they cover like season 1. They cover like 50 episodes in the anime.
Yeah.
In 8 episodes, and they cut out a lot of stuff actually. So fair enough. If you didn't like it.
Okay. I'm gonna go back up top to where I was at on the chat real quick, just so I don't diss anybody that was asking something or saying something. I love the Spider-Man games when his webs go into the clouds, said Scran. Oh yeah, that's the Tobey Maguire movie games. Yeah. you're just spinning them into nothingness. It's great. Hold on. Sorry, I missed my place. Scran said Thunderbolts was an okay watch. Has some hard hitting scenes for me personally. Okay, right on,
I get
right
that.
on. Soul Assassin said I heard Siwa got laid and suddenly like dudes. Huh? Imagine that. Imagine
Let's
what.
move on. Let's move
Imagine
on
what.
from. Let's move on from that.
Yeah, I agree. The 2000s were awesome, but let's admit some things should have not existed. Yeah, yeah. I
Like
was
those
just
towers.
Jesus Christ. I was just
Luckily, they
talking.
don't exist anymore.
Shut up. Shut up. It's not your country. It was a hard day for us. No, I was just saying to my buddy the other day because he brought up Bret Michaels, and then I thought about the Rock of Love show that was on what was it, MTV, I want to say, and all those stupid ass like reality TV shows. That's one thing I wish didn't exist, was the reality TV shows from the early 2000s. Those were really fucking cringe, and I wish they never came up with a lot of those. I
Yeah,
want to say
one of
Jersey. I want to say
keeping up
Jersey
with the
Shore.
Kardashians,
Jersey
and that's
Shore
still going.
started. Yeah, keeping up with the Kardashians and Jersey Shore. That shit started in like the 2010s more, I want to say. But yeah, reality TV is like one of the banes of society, and I hate that shit so much.
I think the reason it's like because it's so cheap to produce. That's why so many like TV companies and stuff want to create that kind of
It's
content
so
because it,
goddamn
yeah,
scripted, bro. It's so
um,
scripted and controlled,
it's
and it's so fake. I hate it.
and I think that's basically all that's on the CW now is just like that sort of content,
Really?
reality TV. Yeah,
God damn, that sucks. CW. They used to be a proper channel. We used to be a
they
proper
used to
country.
produce like annual seasons of TV shows that were like 20 plus episodes and like 45 minutes each. And now we don't get TV like that anymore. We got to wait 10 fucking years for 2 seasons of Stranger Things that is like 8
Yes.
episodes and it's awful.
Yeah. I won't segue into Stranger Things. I'll maybe mention that after I get through some more chats. But yeah, a lot of people have been having a lot to say about Stranger Things late because of the finale and what have you.
I thought the show was bad since season 2.
Everyone says season 1 is perfect, and then that's all you need to watch.
If you haven't seen it, just watch season 1.
I might. I might. I've never seen any of it, so I might do that.
But the
Star Wars.
first two actually, the first two, season 2 is pretty decent. It's still like season 1, and then season 3 is when it kind of goes off on like they're making the show for like 15-year-olds on TikTok now, and there's like this whole subplot with Russians that come out of nowhere, and it's just fucked up and stupid. Just watch the first 2 seasons.
Okay, I think I will, man. Star Wars Forge had said beauty pageant kids are just like drag queens. It's weird and gross. I agree. Yeah, I won't discuss no more on that topic, but yeah, we agree with that. Yeah, Soul Assassin. I agree with that too. Scran said I only brought up Rumble because Narrowdark heard rumbling.
Yeah, it's raining. It was
Nice.
raining.
Oh, it's
That's why
raining
it's
over there.
rumbling.
It actually is going to
Yeah,
start thunderstorming here in like an hour or so. So
sick.
we have a. I like the rain. I like the rainy weather. It makes me feel so cozy, and I want to get some hot chocolate and play a game. You know. John said, "Dude, yes, YouTube doesn't even let you say boobs, boobies, melons, boulders, and super chats. I think I got gazongas through one, but YouTube hates boobs. Because you didn't even spell it the other way, bubes, like BEWBS. You could spell it like that." Forge said, "Why is it considered progressive to allow kids to do drag? It's so inappropriate." I don't know, dude. We're not going to talk about that anymore. But it's new unanimous. None of us are cool with that kind of shit. Angry video game nerd. Fuck, nostalgia critic and honest trailers were my big early YouTube stuff, dude. I went down the rabbit hole of angry video game nerd, and because I barely found out about him like 2 years ago, one of my really good friends put me onto him, and I didn't even know he existed. So I wasn't really big into YouTube until like 2012, 2011. Like
Same,
that's when I really got into YouTube, and like
same. Like
I
I
know.
didn't. Yeah, I didn't really know anything about YouTube until like 2012.
Yeah, yeah, like I've had over probably 20 different YouTube accounts throughout my entire lifetime, and now I only maintain about like 2 or 3. This one, and then like a personal one that I'm not named under, and then like one that's used as kind of like a lurker account. I don't want some people to know I'm watching them. But John said that guy had literally just murdered a guy when Walker chased him down, but oh no, blood on the shield is so evil, apparently. Okay. Then John said, first season of the Fallout show had some really stupid logical errors, even as someone who knows almost nothing about the game's story. Right, right, yeah, yeah. There's the character of Lucy is kind of like, she was annoying me, but then I just had to keep it in my head that like, oh, she's a vault dweller. She's like one of like the perky and chipper little sunshine and rainbows vault dwellers. She's never been exposed to the wasteland, so I kind of let it go. But when you're saying like the logical errors, yeah, there's quite a bit here and there that you can notice. Soul Assassin said, "Isn't Todd Howard a producer of the show?" I'm not sure about that or not, but and then he proceeds to say he isn't a fan of New Vegas because he can't top it and didn't make it, so I doubt it will be in in the showbiz. Yeah,
That makes sense.
yeah, so for those who don't know, New Vegas was put together by a third party with like just like,
Obsidian.
yeah, yeah, they put it together, and they basically just use the makeup from Fallout 3 to make it their own thing. And you don't play a I was about to say a Fallout dweller. You don't play a vault dweller in New Vegas. You play a courier in the wasteland who's already been living in the wasteland for several years. I believe there's might be a novel out there that explains more about the courier that you are, but it's left ambiguous because of course it's an RPG style game. So your choices define you, and you make the path before you. But yeah, yeah, Todd Howard definitely can never top something like New Vegas.
I'm still waiting on Elder Scrolls 6.
Yeah, keep waiting.
I will.
Oddball said Fallout is great. Yeah, streaming about Fallout would be fun. Yeah, man. Like I said, when you said you just started playing it for the first time, so how long do you think before you like kind of wrap up Fallout
Uh,
3?
I'm probably not going to go back to that. Um,
No.
I'll play Fallout New Vegas, I think.
Well,
I play.
I just wrapped up a playthrough of New Vegas, so I'm gonna jump back to 3 personally.
I just I completed the beginning of Fallout 3 and then I wasn't really feeling it. So
Okay. Yeah, I think you'll enjoy New Vegas, like the setting and the map and the areas and the secrets more in New Vegas. I think story's way more engaging too. John said Soul Assassin as a oh he already read that. Soul Assassin said never got into Fallout, was mostly an Elder Scrolls guy, but have been tempted to play New Vegas. Do it, guys! I'm telling you, you guys will not be disappointed.
and if you haven't played Skyrim, then you got to play Skyrim because it's
Yeah,
great.
I can co-sign that too. Like playing Skyrim was a very good choice that I made. I came from playing like Dragon Age and Diablo, and then I wanted like a little. I know Diablo is like a little way more far left than what Skyrim is, but that's the closest thing that I can put next to Dragon Age and Skyrim. I never played Oblivion. I want to go back and play Oblivion just because.
I do have the remaster of Oblivion.
Yeah,
Um, I've enjoyed it, but every time like it crashes a lot for me.
yeah. Oh,
So
okay.
fuck it. Maybe I'll do it without mods and see if it doesn't crash. But I feel like I installed the mod so it wouldn't crash when it still crashed. So I don't
I've
know.
seen people like playing Skyrim with like full on mods, like filled to the brim in that game, and it makes it look way more crazy.
Yeah, yeah. I have like I have barely any mods, and I have like over 100.
Yeah.
Some people go crazy with that stuff and change the whole game.
Well, it's like kind of how I would love to mod every Star Wars game that I play because I want better robes, I want better outfits, I want better looking weapons, better armor. You know what I mean?
I
Stuff
think
that looks
Knights of the
crazier.
Old Republic 2,
Yeah.
you can mod that, and you can. There's even on Steam. You can get there's a workshop, so you can get a bunch of mods through Steam anyway. So, uh,
Yeah, like there's a I believe it's part of the mod where like when you have the boss fight with Darth Nihilus and then if you defeat him, you take his mask and that's canon to like the original script, but in the mod you can actually wear Nihilus's mask and robe. So I want to do shit like that. That's fun. Soul Assassin said the VH1 reality TV crap along with the skateboarder guy show on MTV were crap. What are you talking about? Rob Deerdeck? Like Robin Big?
not the one with Bam.
What?
There was like I know there was like a skateboard reality TV show, and then they kind of joined the Jackass thing.
Oh,
I don't
okay.
know if it was on MTV. I know Jackass was on MTV. I'm pretty sure, but yeah,
Yeah,
like
you're talking about like Bam Margera?
yeah, it
Oh,
was like
okay.
him and a few other guys were known for like skateboarding. Viva La Bam, yeah, that's it.
Okay.
And it's like the guys who are on Viva La Bam joined whatever Jackass was before it was Jackass, and then like it became Jackass on MTV. I'm pretty sure.
Oh, all right. I have no idea. I watched like the Jackass movies. I never watched like the deeper cut or like the show before. I know about Bam Margera and Johnny Knoxville and Steve-O and Wee Man. I know about all those guys, but yeah, I'm not like I was never like a big Jackass like head. One of my
Yeah,
best friends, he's all about that shit. He even tried to make his own version of something like that with his friends, but it didn't go anywhere.
yeah, I did that as well. It didn't go anywhere.
That's cool. That's what's up. John said Oda is very nice and some and does some nice PR statements as contracted, but I don't think the powers or the acting translate into live action at all. I can't wait for a well placed One Piece anime from Netflix though.
I think they are remaking the anime, and they're
Really?
shortening it. I think, and that'll be interesting because I think that'll be pretty good. Kind of reminds me of a Dragon Ball. Is it Dragon Ball Z Kai?
Yeah.
Where it's like it's Dragon Ball Z, but it's slightly shorter, and I think they make it HD or something like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, you know, when it comes to the powers and the acting, like the acting is they're emulating how the characters are in the anime, so I can understand why it might not translate well to live action when they're acting like cartoons, kind of, and not all the delivery is that good, for being honest. I don't like the guy who plays Zoro. His acting is so like bland, and it's like I don't know if Zoro's this like boring of a character, and he like
Right.
this sort of like stoic. And I think it's because the actor probably just that's the best he's got, maybe. I don't know.
Maybe. Yeah. I never watched anything to do with One Piece or read the manga, but I man, dude, there's too many anime and mangas to get into on top of like what I'm reading with like as far as American comic books go. So it's a lot of information to digest.
Yeah.
I'm always scared of just like reading so much stuff in like one short sitting and then I remember like only half of the information. I need to stop. I need to stop partaking in drinking after work. Yeah.
Decent idea.
Like you don't drink a cold one after work sometimes here
Uh
and there.
no, I don't.
You don't.
I only drink when I'm at my cousin's place or when we go out for trivia. Other than that, when I'm at home, I don't drink alcohol.
Okay. Fair enough.
Yeah, in social settings, I'll drink, but by myself, nah.
Yeah, but you'll hit the vape though.
Oh yeah, nicotine addicted, fully. Probably not good for me. So
Yeah, probably not. John said, reality TV. I'm proud to say I never got into. Was too busy with Yu-Gi-Oh and stuff back then. Yeah, yeah. I was too busy playing video games. That was my escape. Was more and more video games. Oddball said Stranger Things finale was meh, in my opinion. Okay, fair enough. Star Wars Scran said season one is a great homage to 80s pop culture. Everything after is made for TikTokers, like Narrowdark said. Okay, all right, Scran. Yeah, but yeah, like I said, maybe I'll just watch season one and then I'll just end it right there.
yeah, I think that's a good idea.
Soul Assassin said, Charlie Unicorn, happy tree friends. Happy tree friends, dude. Wow. That shit was like morbid. Happy Tree Friends was like one of the first like adult oriented cartoons that I ever saw. I want to say I saw that and then I watched Robot Chicken for the first time like late night when all my parents were asleep and everyone was asleep, and I watched an episode of Robot Chicken, and they were making fun of like Superman and a lot of other characters, and then I saw the Charmin like toilet paper bear, like that skit. That shit
I
scarred
remember
me.
that.
That shit was horrible, dude. You're so soft. Where are we going? It's fucked. Oh my gosh, I don't even want to repeat it. It's that bad. Soul Assassin said, "Play Starfield. It has a lot of awesome Star Wars mods." You know, I've again I've heard a lot of mixed things about Starfield too. I think when Starfield or when people were telling me to play Starfield, instead I actually played out the Outer Worlds, and I was playing
That's
that for a little bit.
apparently good.
Yeah, Outer Worlds is good. I haven't played Outer Worlds 2 yet, but the first one was pretty decent. I had fun.
Yeah, Starfield. I bought it, played it for like 30 minutes, got a refund.
Really? Yeah.
Yeah, it was buggy as fucking shit. But yeah, I've heard the Star Wars mods might be pretty good. But if the game runs, that'll be a miracle.
Yeah, yeah. I think one of my friends tried to play it for like a couple weeks. Would play it like after work here and there, and then on the weekend when they had time. But I think they said it was really boring. So I'm assuming mods probably spice it up and bring some more life into it. Excuse me. John said it sucks that Oblivion Remaster did a lot of culture war stuff with women character models and armor and stuff. Still a great game though. Oh, really? Did they dumb down the boobs and the armor and stuff? That would be a shame.
Just get mods. That's what mods are for.
That's just get mods. That's gonna be Narrowdark's tagline. Just get mods. Then John said Dragon Ball Z Kai was more manga accurate and cut out any filler. I'm hoping that's what the Netflix anime for will be for One Piece. 3 chapters per episode is best, but One Piece is like 1 chapter per episode. Oh, okay. Got you.
Yeah, when you're watching the One Piece anime, it feels a lot like, obviously because episodes start and finish, but the narrative feels like it just starts and stops a lot because it's like such a short amount of stuff in one episode. So you have to watch a bunch for it to feel like the story is really progressing. So when you binge it, it's less of an issue. But if you were watching it like a couple episodes a week, like it used to air on TV, it could feel kind of like, we're not getting anywhere.
Yeah, that's fair. Uh, then Oddball said, "Anyone watch Chainsaw Man?" I have.
Yeah. Yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah, yeah. Chainsaw Man's pretty good. I like the character Denji. I think that's his name, right? His motivation to touch to touch boobs. John gets gaming can relate, but
Relatable. Very
yeah,
relatable
very
character.
relatable to probably a lot of men in the room. But yeah, I think well, fuck, dude. I want to say it's Power that lets it. Yeah, Power lets him touch her boobs, and yeah, that was a very coming of age episode. I think like my brother watched my brother's like close to my age, but he watched that and he was like, "Oh fuck." He's like, "I thought this was like a purely like a kids anime." And I was like, "No, dude, where'd you get that idea?"
There's fucking blood and guts everywhere.
Yeah. That's the thing. A lot of us become so desensitized by stuff we don't even realize once. It's like once you see like a kid in the room and then you see it on the screen, you're like, "Oh, I don't think they should be watching this." Actually, I'm so used to watching like what fuck, dude. What was it like back in the day? It was I think it was liveleak.com where you could see
Jesus.
all the fucked shit that you could like get exposed to was coming from that.
Do you remember the Pain Olympics?
No.
So basically, it was like I think it was on Live Leak, and it was like a series of fucked up videos, and you'd have to see how many you could get through.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was something like that.
That sounds fucked. No, but I won't repeat it, but there was a few videos that I saw on there and I was like, Jesus Christ, and then
Yeah,
I tried to forget about it.
I've
But
seen some fucked up shit. A
yeah,
lot of fucked up shit.
I think a lot of us have.
Thanks to just being in school and people showing you live leak videos, and they're like, "Hey, check this out. It's the most fucked up thing you'll ever see." You know?
Yeah, it's pretty fucked up, man. Hit that vape, I hear you. Yeah. Yeah, there we go. I'm gonna
But
go
yeah,
out.
like during New Year's, I was using my sister's vape, and it was at like 100% at the start of the night, and then it was down to like 20%. Dude, I was not breathing a single bit of oxygen that whole night. I was just
Good on you. Nice. Good stuff. I like that. Well, I think I caught up with chat. Yeah, I'm caught up on chat. So, anyway, we were talking about a few things. We were talking about the Marvel stuff and how we were feeling about seeing Steve Rogers again. Like, how do you feel about seeing Steve Rogers again? Just like in general and
I
short.
just think it's boring. You know, I
Yeah,
don't need to see that.
bringing them all back to regenerate some kind of hype and bring fans back. And
The only thing that I'm going to give a pass for when they're like doing this sort of nostalgia bait stuff is X-Men, because I'm an X-Men fan. I
yeah,
like those movies. I like those characters, and I want to see them again.
do you like Moon Knight? Did you watch the Moon Knight show?
No, I didn't. I no, I didn't really like the show.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't like the show either because I think I watched 3 episodes of it and I was just like, yeah, I'm out. I'm good. But Moon Knight is a really good character. Same
Yeah,
with Dare.
the show is just not serious enough. It needs to be a little more
Yeah.
serious.
Same with Daredevil. Daredevil's such an amazing character. I loved the show when it was being put together on Netflix. And then when they came out on Disney Plus with what was the goddamn show called where it's the
Born Again,
girl with no yeah before Born Again.
Echo.
Echo, yeah. Jesus Christ. Oh my
I did not
god.
watch that, and I think it's only like 4 episodes.
uh
Echo, I think
what
Echo is a
was
pretty good character in the comics too.
maybe, bro, but the show just it sounded so bad and it sounded just
Yeah, dude,
so hand
forget about
fisted
it. No,
fucking.
you don't need to worry about it because that character is never
I
coming back.
know. She can't hurt you no more.
But I'll check out season 2 of Born Again. I think it'll be pretty decent. I think the first season was only kind of mid because there was some stuff going on behind the scenes with the writing, and they had to like they had already written a season and they changed the plans. So they kind of scrapped some of it and kept some other stuff. And that's why it kind of feels weird. But I think if they don't have that problem for season 2, it might actually be decent. Or not.
Yeah.
It could be fucking awful. Who knows?
I'm leaning towards awful. Uh, John asked, either of you guys watched the Demon Slayer movie last year? Best theater experience in 2025 with that animation and action.
I heard it was pretty decent. It's also one of the highest grossing movies worldwide, I think, this year.
Oh, really?
It was like it earned like
More than
hundreds.
K-pop Demon Hunters?
I think it earned like, well, on the budget of like 20 million, it earned
Uh-huh.
like well over like 200 million, I think. So it was really successful.
Yeah. Yeah, dude. I thought K-pop Demon Hunters might have been the most successful thing.
I haven't seen it.
Kids love that shit. My niece, she fucking goes crazy for that. Like she's singing the songs, and we bought her a poster for Christmas of it, and she's just like K-pop Demon Hunters. Like she's just screaming at the top of her lungs. John said, oof, Born Again and Echo were painful. I only watched them so I could laugh better at YouTubers making fun of it. Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I criticized Born Again a lot on my channel, and a lot of people did not like that. I was very hard on that show.
Yeah, there was a lot of people that really wanted to like it, dude, but I
They were coping, I think. They were coping
yeah,
because
yeah, I
it
agree.
was
I
nowhere
agree.
near as
I
good as it
I
could have
remember
been.
watching. Because you were putting a video out after every episode, no?
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So I remember like keeping up with your videos, and I was watching like your breakdown of it, so I could not really have to watch the whole thing
Yeah,
myself.
I complained about them killing off White Tiger, even though he appears in one issue of the comic and dies.
Yeah,
But like then I had to like explain in a separate video about why White Tiger could have been kept around and his story could have been a lot better than it was. And sure, the actor died and everything, but I even like the way he dies in the show is fucking dumb.
yeah. Oddball said Daredevil Affleck though. Yeah, man. Yeah, yeah. Ben Affleck was Batman and Daredevil, two iconic heroes, DC and Marvel. And wasn't is it Colin Powell that's Bullseye?
Colin Farrell,
Colin Farrell, thank you. Yeah, he's
Glenn
Bullseye.
Powell, Glenn Powell is an actor.
Sorry, man. I get I'm not good with actors' names. And then John said, I called Demon Slayer beating Superman in the worldwide box office and loved bathing in gun fans' tears after it came true. That's good. I love to hear that. Yeah, yeah, I know my elusive Superman video that I keep referencing. It's coming. That's gonna be my next video on the channel. So I would like to get that out before January's over. Yeah, I'll get into like a breakdown of like what I kind of have like a plan for, like as far as my rollout for the
You know
channel.
what?
I'll talk
One
about it
thing
later though.
because I still think the Superman suit is pretty good, but one thing I don't like about it is it's got these like lines on it. Like
Yeah,
if you saw it, you'll know what I'm talking about. Like this weird, and a lot of superhero suits have this now, especially in like the MCU and stuff. And it's just like that design choice that has stuck with modern hero costumes. Like I don't like that.
I think if you're referencing what I think you are, I agree with you because I was looking at those like flight suits and the suits that were in the Avengers films, especially the one for I think is it Endgame where they're wearing those like matching outfits and then they go back in time. I really
Yeah,
hated all of those outfits. Like I don't know why I hated them so much. They were just
yeah.
bad.
Like the design, I don't know what it's called. Like the design language or whatever you want to call it for the MCU costumes. They
Yeah,
uh
the
they need
the
to they need to
aesthetic.
fuck they need to change that shit up because even like Deadpool and Wolverine, like Wolverine's costume, there was some of that on there as well, and it didn't need to be, you know. And it's like hopefully if after Secret Wars they actually do some sort of like soft reboot, they actually change up the style language for the aesthetic of the MCU.
Right.
I would appreciate that.
Yeah, that'd be pretty nice. I don't know about you, man, but I only watched Deadpool and Wolverine once.
Yeah, I only watched it once
I
too.
only watched it one
I
time.
went I saw it in the movies and then I was like, oh, that was all right, and I never watched it
Yeah,
again.
so yeah, same here. I
Just like
think
those
like
other Deadpool movies, I watched them. I was like, oh, that was all right, and I never saw him again.
I bought the first one on Blu-ray and I have
I
that
got I got
copy in
I
my
got
shelf.
I got both first on Blu-ray. I
But
used to
Deadpool,
collect Blu-ray a lot, but since I don't do it anymore, I don't really.
I really liked Josh Brolin as Cable. I liked it, but not the storyline that I would have went with for.
Yeah, like the actual plot of Deadpool 2, I think, is a little boring, and same with the first one. I think the plot also is a bit boring. It's just like
But we did get
not
comic
you know.
accurate Juggernaut.
Yeah, that's cool. And Colossus,
Yeah,
I like that too. I like seeing that
yeah,
shit.
I like that.
Uh, I like Juggernaut. Juggernaut's fucking sick.
Juggernaut is sick. The version that we got in the Fox movie, like it's cool and all, like it's funny,
So,
but
Vinny
and like
Jones.
yeah, yeah, they tried to give us like a little bit of everything in I think was it Order of the Phoenix that they first introduced him?
That's Harry Potter.
What do you mean?
Order of the
Oh
Phoenix.
my god,
Yeah,
I'm
X
sorry.
Men 3 is X Men: The Last Stand.
Last Stand, thank you. Jesus Christ, guys. Yeah, yeah, clip it. I fucking fumble the
Yeah,
names
that
and
X
stuff.
Men Order of the Phoenix. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
personally
that
think
movie.
I think X Men Deathly Hallows Part One. That's my
Fuck off.
favorite.
Fuck off.
Low key, X Men Half Blood Prince. That's
Yeah.
underrated as fuck
Yeah.
though.
Batman Chamber of Secrets. Ever watch that one?
I hated that one.
Oh fuck. Yeah, I deserve it. It's okay.
But that spin off, what was it? It's like New Mutants Fantastic Beasts. That's a good movie.
All right, dickhead. You made your point. uh, I'm just glad Keely's not here actually, because then he wouldn't let me live it down.
But that weird sequel they made, X Men Cursed Child. No one
All
really
right,
wants
all
to see
right,
that.
all right. Piece of trash. Uh, yeah. Well, like I said, I'll talk more about like the Superman thing. Like I say it in the video, and I don't wanna rehash it. I feel like I'm already burnt out with like the script that I'm writing for that thing. So, but I don't want to feel that way. So I'm trying to. I'm not gonna go too in depth with like the video editing on that one. I'm gonna keep it basic on the video because there's a lot more talking involved on that one. John said New Mutants took forever to come out and then was just a wet fart.
You know what sucks is that Anya Taylor-Joy is cast as Magic in that, and I think she's a pretty good casting, and I like that character. And yeah, that whole movie is fucking boring and lame and weird, and probably should have just been written off as like a tax write-off thing,
Probably
and
should have just never
didn't need to
done it.
come out. Yeah, probably just didn't need to
That's what
happen.
they
You know?
did with that fucking Batwoman movie or Batgirl movie.
Yeah,
That shit
I think
never
because
saw the light of day.
I think they did that because they were planning on just doing the DCU, and whatever version of the Snyderverse which would have continued after Flashpoint would have been in the Batgirl continuity. And yeah, they just weren't doing that anymore. So they were like, fuck that. Fuck all of that.
Fuck. John said, "Remember that Hogwarts Legacy boycott? 40 million units sold later."
I have that game on Steam, but I haven't played it yet.
One of my siblings actually was saying that they were playing that with their spouse and that they enjoyed it. They like it actually.
All
I
right, maybe I'll check it out eventually.
well, my sibling also said that like not really a big gamer, but that was the game that like got them like hooked on something for like 2 months, and like I was like, oh, that's kind of interesting. I'm like, you never like that kind of shit, and they were like, I know. Yeah, but Hogwarts Legacy, maybe I'll give it a shot one day too. But I'm so busy with real life right now. Like
Yeah, and
tonight,
I go back to work on Monday, so I'm probably gonna have a lot less time to
yeah,
play video games.
yeah. A few of you guys that I was talking to had a few days off. I think it was Scran too. Scran was saying that he had a couple days off, but I was like, oh, like I'm like, can we make time for the stream? And then we discussed it, and it's gonna be like more towards like the middle end of the month. So that'll be fun.
Cool.
Yeah, if we can't, like we'll try to get him on Try to get him on an unlimited tirade with us. Fun fact for everybody that doesn't know, Scran was actually on the first stream for the channel. It was the 50 subscriber special, and I think it's still posted up. I still got it there. Go check it out. Soul Assassin said, "Adulting sucks." That it does, my friend. That it does. Yeah, I guess I can go into it a little bit right now, but we're like I said, we've just been hanging out talking about stuff here and there. But yeah, like so when I started the channel, I'll get that off screen. I kind of like wanted to hit the ground running and do like a bunch of stuff like bam bam bam, and like stuff was coming out pretty consistently. Like I was doing like one or two things a week, but then it kind of like slowed down because like I kind of picked up on work, and uh I got into my busy season. And actually this winter I've been actually quite a bit busy, as you guys have been can tell. And I didn't anticipate that. I thought I was going to have a little more downtime to maybe focus on this and put out some more content as far as like videos wise, but it just didn't oh, excuse me. It just didn't end up being the case. So but I'm going to definitely try to pick back up on it and try to go regular with the video releases. I know streams are great, streams are fun, and able to like maintain like camaraderie and community and what have you, but I definitely need to attract more folks to the channel, so content has to be more prevalent. But as far as what I'm trying to do, I want to, of course I'm going to put out more videos, but I also want to do like some readings, and not like read like entire books and entire novels and stuff like that, but maybe like do readings of like certain little excerpts and snippets and pieces of novels that I really am a fan of. Not just Star Wars Marvels, but Star Wars Marvels are definitely in the plans for that. But maybe like some horror novels. Like I've been reading Clive Barker's book that Hellraiser, the movie, was based off of, and there's a lot of pieces from that I would love to like kind of just like make an aura setting and then kind of act into it, give it a little bit of a voice actor kind of take to it. So I think that would be kind of cool. And
Yeah, I've
then
done some of that on my channel.
yeah. So I definitely want to do stuff like that. I also want to like collab and like discuss things with other people and other channels, aside from like the guys that I already affiliate with, like Keely and Narrowdark. Those are my co-hosts, so they're going to be here regardless consistently. But maybe I end up talking to like somebody that you don't really expect me to be discussing things with or about. And I also want to maybe try to get like an interview or two there from like some voice actors that I'm like really big fans of, and maybe not a lot of people know about them a whole lot, because when it comes to voice acting, a lot of those guys aren't really in the limelight like that. But that's definitely something that excuse me, that I would love to try to do for the channel for sure. Like I saw somebody was talking to the guy who played Kyle Katarn from Dark Forces, and I thought that was pretty fucking sick. And so that kind of inspired me. So I've been kind of like looking up voice actors from particular video games, specifically like KOTOR and stuff like that. And you'd be surprised how easily accessible some of these guys are. Some of these guys have like social media pages, and it's just their personal shit. And you send them a DM and you're like, "Hey, I loved you on this." And they're like, "Oh, wow, thanks." And then you're like, maybe we could talk in the future. And you'd be surprised how many some of these people actually respond and get back to you, and they say they're down for something like that.
Oh, that'd be kind of cool to see.
Yeah. No, John, not Kyle Katarn, the YouTuber. Kyle Katarn here.
Kyle Katarn here.
Kyle Katarn here. No, not that fucker. Not that motherfucker. We do not condone the shills over here, my friend. For sure. Speaking of the shills, is the shill awards over on Melvin's channel still going?
It's over.
It's over? Oh, okay. I was curious. The motherfucker was going for a while. Grizzy went for a while last night. What was it? Almost like 4 hours or whatever for his Shill Award stream. I know I saw you in chat for a little bit there.
Yeah, but it went on for so long I had to go out and do stuff. So
yeah, me too, man. I had to go to bed. I've been waking up early as fuck. But yeah, like for an example, like one of the voice actors from maybe like one of the voice actors from one of the Fallout games. Like that'd be pretty fucking cool too. And maybe if Narrowdark's not busy, maybe me and him can do a duo kind of interview thing with some of the folks if he's down.
We'll see.
And then John said it's Jover. He's Biden. Nice. The Joe Biden jokes are never gonna stop over here. That guy was such a fucking train wreck. For sure. But anyway, how you feeling, man? You feeling all right?
Yeah, I've lost my fucking phone.
Oh shit, find your phone, man. Find your phone.
It's around here somewhere. It might not be. It might not be in this room. I must
And
have put it
John,
somewhere.
well, if you gotta go do a little walk, I can hold it down for a moment if you need it.
All right, I'll be right back.
Yeah, go for it. John Gets Gaming said, I just want to talk to the PS1 Spider Man game voice actors now. Dude, I'm telling you, that'd be sick. Like I said, dude, you have no idea and how easily it is to access some of these folks. All right, like I'll say, like, for example, like I sent a DM to a voice actor that was part of one of the Star Wars like radio dramas, not one of the main voice actors, kind of like like a side character, and like they're still alive, still doing fine, a little bit up there in years, but sent a DM and it was actually like a family member that responded. And I sent the email, and I was like, "Hey, like, would love to maybe talk about like your time, like working on this game, or excuse me, working on this audio drama." And I was like, if you ever have the chance or the time to do something like that. And they're like, oh yeah, like we'll talk to them and we'll see how they're feeling about it. So that's like something that's kind of out there right now. So I think shit like that will be fun to do, especially just being a fan of stuff like that. And I know everybody that watches my channel and my content, they're somewhat kind of aligned with like the fandom that I'm a part of. So I think it'd be something that we all could benefit from and all enjoy. Did you find your phone?
Yeah.
Nice. John also said the Venom one is hilarious. Hey Parker, are we gonna surf the web? It's such late '90s humor. I think there's a meme out there of that actually. there's a there's a meme out there of that. I also like that other one where it's like it's like Venom saying like no Parker, we do not say our pronouns are not they them because we are non-binary. It's simply for the fact because we are two, and then he like says like the N word. But like like not the hard R, of course. Like it's like the soft A ending. I'm gonna have to find that out.
The nigger word.
Well, yeah, you could say it. I don't say that, you know.
Just do it.
Fuck off. This motherfucker. Just do it. You're a piece of shit. Just on stream. Just let it fly. This will get the views. What is it? Do you watch Family Guy?
Not in a long time.
Oh, okay. Well, there's like an episode where Quagmire and Peter are like competing against one another in like a food competition, and they're like on TV or whatever, and they're like, let's just forget about this whole competition, and they're like, you want to quit just like that? What do we do? How do we do it? And he's like, let's just go ahead and say it. And they're like, he's like, really? You like right here, right now on TV? And he's like, let's just say the one word you can't come back from. And then they look at the TV and then they open their mouths and it cuts to a scene with them chilling with Cleveland. And he's like, you could have just quit the show.
I think I've seen that on Instagram somewhere.
Oh my God. Yeah. Yeah, dude. Oh man. I watched way too much Family Guy and South Park growing up. John said, oh, I already read that. Sorry, John. My bad. Yeah, but I don't need to ask Narrowdark because he kind of like let everybody know in his in his 2026 video where he's talking about what he has going for the channel. Can you link that video in the chat, Narrowdark?
Sure.
So just in case anybody wants to go check that out, just you guys can go watch it. It's like a 6-7 minute video of Narrowdark just jawing about.
6-7.
My hands are going up and down to the side of me right now for the meme.
8-9.
10, 11, 12. It's like that Schoolhouse Rock song. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, so go check out that video. It's linked to the chat, guys. But fuck me. It is a new year. I can't believe we're in 2026. How time flies. Especially when you're having so much fun. Isn't that right, guys?
God, I'll be 28 this year.
Oh, really? You're 20. You're 27 now. I don't. It's not.
Yeah.
It's not doxing. What month are you born in?
March.
Okay. So soon. Right on. Maybe we'll have a happy birthday stream. We'll have a happy birthday episode for you, where we just talk about all that there is to know about Narrowdark.
Not much to know about me outside of what you already know, which is not much.
Oh yeah, no, I don't. Yeah. John said, was watching Dodgeball yesterday and they say retard and dyke. It was such a different time for Hollywood. Yeah, I know, man. I was watching.
I love that. It's like you can dodge a wrench, you can dodge a ball.
I was watching Step Brothers and yeah. There's so many good movies from the early 2000s.
It's like after they fight, it's like there was a moment where I literally thought he was going to rape me. He looked at me and said, "Let's get it on." And it's like, well, that was about the fight. I wasn't gonna rape anyone.
Oh man. Do you want to go do karate in the garage? Yep. That crazy bitch that's just like infatuated with Dale.
That's
like
Agatha.
Brennan's yeah, I know, but it's like Brennan's brother's wife. She's such a fucking crazy bitch.
I think she also voices Doc Ock in Spider-Verse.
Yeah. Yeah. And then John said, yes, and what's your home address so we can throw you a surprise party? Maybe your social security number too. Yeah. We're not gonna do that.
I live right across the road from like a McMansion.
Oh.
So I live in like kind of a mediocre apartment, but right across the road there's like a fucking mansion with like 12 rooms on sale. I walk past it, I'm like, yeah, imagine if I had that. I'd have like at least 2 rooms, and then the rest would just be
bro.
empty.
You invite all your YouTube compadres, and we just have like a stream house, like all these other fucking queers, like all these
fucking FaZe Clan,
like all these fucking other cringe queers that do
R.I.P.
like streamer houses.
R.I.P. FaZe Clan. That's not a thing anymore.
No, it is not.
They all left recently, like last week.
Yeah. Oh, that narrows it down to search Australia.
Joke's on you. I live in a pretty pretty posh part of town.
A pretty posh.
Yeah, a lot of expensive shit around here.
Yeah. That's cool. But yeah, I think that might be it, man. You feeling like that might be it for you for the night?
Yeah, I need to go get like a fucking Coke Zero or some shit.
That sounds good to me. Yeah, all right, guys. We'll probably just go ahead and call it there. I think we had a nice little talk tonight. We could ramble on, of course, about plenty more things, but we'll just go ahead and stop it right there. I think my energy is getting a little low because I have to go to bed soon. I unfortunately got to go do a little bit of work tomorrow on a Saturday on my end, but that's no worries. I only have to work like a couple hours, and I'll be free for the rest of the day. But all right, Narrowdark, anything you want to let the people know, or any last words before we close up?
I'm probably going to release some sort of comic related video in the next couple of weeks, but also I think it's the 18th of January. A Night of the Seven Kingdoms is coming out. I'll be covering that on the channel. That'll be fucking sick.
Right on. So if you guys want to go check that out when Narrowdark has that coming out, be sure to subscribe and tell him Decrepit sent you. Even though he said it right here on the stream live in front of me. Anyway, and also make sure you guys go subscribe to Captain Keeley. I'm sure Keeley's gonna follow through on his word about playing Force Unleashed one of these days. We can only hope, and I will be waiting patiently. I still am, but right on. Make sure you go subscribe to him. John said, "Ah, nice something to look forward to in January. Ooh, fancy dark." Yes, yes, he is. And yeah, and me, I don't really have much to say else besides just be on the lookout for when I finally drop the Superman video. That it's mostly like it's more like a DC video included with the Superman topic. So like I said, it's going to be a little bit longer. One of my longer videos for the channel so far that I put out. But yeah, just be on the lookout for that, and always be on the lookout for when we're going to be streaming. Join the Discord if you haven't already. Be a member, be a part of the community. We would love to have you and go and discuss and talk about all kinds of tisms and topics over there as much as we possibly can. And with that being said, we're going to go ahead and end it right there. Thank you so much, guys, for joining with us. Happy New Year to everybody. And remember, may the force be with you all, and go fuck yourself. Good night, everybody.